what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're soaring on top of the so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello there. Hello and welcome to Hong Kong. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? All right, let's see if there's anybody in the chat. There's no one in the chat. That is interesting. There's literally nobody in the chat. We're gonna change that, right? Gonna change that. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. All right, so as promised yesterday, it took me a while, but we are here for the second stream in the INIBUILDS A340, and yeah, this one's gonna be fun. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna head on over to Taipei, and we're starting off in Hong Kong. Give me just a second. I shall be right back. Let's take a look at this beautiful airport for a bit. I will be back very, very shortly. Just give me a single second here. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me go to, oh god, sorry about that. Drone there we go. Take a look at how beautiful this is. All right, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second and I shall be right back. All right, I'm back. I am back. Great. Okay. Wonderful. Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board to today's stream. It's going to be pretty fun. We're going to take a second look at the A340, like I said. And we are in Hong Kong. This is the first time I'm going to be actually using the scenery that I got my hands on. It's not the best scenery in the world, but it's not the worst. Much better than some of the other sceneries out there. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, let's take a quick look around today. So if you come down here, it's a beautiful looking airport. Hong Kong is a beautiful, beautiful looking airport. There's a really good one in X-Plane 12. I believe it's by Thai models. Thai models, actually. Really, really good looking airport here on the island. Hong Kong has done beautiful job with this airport. Got some level of traffic injection, not a lot though, but it is beautiful nonetheless. Very, very nice. And we've got Kai Tak is off to that side, right? Yeah, Kai Tak is somewhere that side, I believe. I don't know where exactly Kai Tak is. Let me have a think about that. No, Kai Tak is this way. Sorry, my bad. Kai Tak is actually that way. Okay? Yeah, Kai Tak is this way. Anyway, that is the old Hong Kong airport. This is the new one. So here we are, and our aircraft is the beautiful A340 by INIBUILDS. Today we're going to take a closer look at it, see what it looks like from up close during the day today as well, right? So that's going to be really fun for us. Okay, let us look at it in the walk around mode. Brilliant. We're flying Cathay Pacific today. One of my very, very, very favorite liveries to fly in a flight sim. I've never flown Cathay Pacific in real life, but this is absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's take a closer look at those textures. They are absolutely wonderful. Great effect here. Really nice. Let's get rid of the chocks while we're at it, shall we? It's really beautiful. Look at our lovely, lovely aircraft. Can you hear the blades there of the turbine blades? Quite annoying, but a nice touch. CFM, the power of flight. Is that right? It's a beautiful looking engine. Very nice modeling here with the pipes and the cables. I don't think inside the landing gear bay area is not modeled, is it? I don't think so. Yeah, I actually don't. Wait, is it? It seems to be slightly modeled. Yeah, there are some stuff in there. It's pretty cool. But anyway, that's unnecessary. Either way, it's not something to complain about. Look at the level of detail. You can literally read off everything. You can literally read that label right there. That is crazy. Wow. Okay. Beautiful. This really brings it to life from a visual point of view, at least. Is this aircraft worth $60 is the question that we're going to be answering today. Okay, so that is the question we're going to be answering. As a matter of fact, I need to change the title of the live stream there, don't I? Is this aircraft actually worth $60? Let's find out. All right, let's jump into the cockpit here. Before we do, as a matter of fact, let's take a look at this airport interior. It isn't modeled too well, but it has some sort of basic interior which looks like, okay, it looks like garbage when you're inside, but from the outside it looks decent enough. Like, you know what I mean? It gives it a bit of life on the inside, and I feel like it will do. Is this scenery worth, I don't know how much I paid for this, 20 bucks? Near 20 bucks? No, it's not worth 20 bucks, but see, from outside it brings it alive, and that's pretty much all you need for in a scenery. Okay? All right, here we are inside our beautiful aircraft. I'm continuing on with the EIS-1 system because I feel like that is the whole point of flying this, right? That is the whole point of flying this, in my opinion at least. Let me just make a quick change here. Just make a quick change. Alrighty. Perfect. Perfection. Perfection. Okay, just making a few changes here. There seems to be no one in the chat today, so not really missing on much at the moment, I guess. There seems to be no one in the chat. So yeah, I'm just making a few changes to the stream here. Won't be long. Just making a few changes to the title there. Okay, we just changed up the stream info. I hope you guys are able to see that. In either case, let's get back into this flight here. Okay, beautiful. Let's get into the tablet, which is really, really nice. Really, really nicely done. And why is it so dark all of a sudden? Did the clouds just come out or something? What happened? The sun just get covered? What happened? I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go to our flight here. Let's import it from SimBrief. Hello there, Mr. Anas. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well, my friend. How are you doing? Import from SimBrief successful there. Payload and fueling. Let's go ahead and import everything from SimBrief. Let's press instant load there. Import everything from SimBrief. And let's just press instant load for all of that. There we go. Done. Okay. Dave Pro is now following on Kick. Thank you so much, Dave. That doesn't sound right to me, Mr. Dave. But thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, but I'll pass on that offer. I don't do Discord yet. So yeah, I don't do Discord yet. But thank you for the follow. All right, let's go ahead and look at our ground equipment. We've got GPU. We don't have anything else set up right now. That's fine. We've got GSX here, which integration's off for today. That's perfect. All right, brilliant. Let's go overhead here. Get this bad boy started up. I'm going to turn on the external powers, turn on the batteries and the APU battery there, cruise oxygen supply, ground control, emergency lights to armed there, passenger signs can come on there, please. Thank you very much. We've got strobe lights on automatic, nav lights on position number 1 there. Okay, that seems like it's all right. IRS systems can come to be aligned there. Brilliant. We're not going to turn on the fuel pumps just yet. Everything else looks like it's in order. Brilliant. Let's come down here. Let's clear that up. Go to init. Let's request our route today. Our route today is going to be a bit funny. We're going to have to do some changes to it. Let's... there we go. We've got our zero fuel weight, center of gravity, block fuel, all that good stuff already done. That's brilliant. Oh my god, man. How many what is this? How many waypoints do we have today? I'm not sure. We're gonna have to do some tweaks today. I got a follow right now by somebody whose name I cannot possibly pronounce. Thank you for the follow, mate, on Kick. GSD. I am not interested in bots, but thank you. VHH. Let's look at our departure for today, shall we? Now we're taking off from runway 07 right. What are we using as our departure? We are using Lekki 1 X-ray. So we're going to put that in. Insert that, please. Thank you very much. Let's go to RCTP. What is our arrival for that today? We're going to land in runway 05 right. We're going to use the ILS, obviously. What kind of a landing are we using today into RCTP? We are going to be using the arrival Tong 1 Alpha. Tong 1 Alpha is right here. Insert. Brilliant. Now let's have a look at our en route waypoints. Now before we do, let's go to our GSX here. Let me request boarding. Cathay Pacific. Thank you very much. Got our jetways attaching. Looking real good here. Looking really good. Let's go to ground equipment. Get the forward cargo, aft cargo open there. Okay, it's good stuff. Excuse me on that. My voice just went to El Frizzo, but that's okay. All right, so we've got all of that. Let's continue here. Got a bunch of waypoints here. And discontinuity, we're going to clear that one. Okay, no pushback at the moment. Great. Okay, we've got all of that set in. Let's go ahead and see what this plan actually looks like. Oh, an IRS align is going to take 1 more minute for the IRS to align, so I'm going to have to wait for that. I'm going to have to wait for that. Okay. In the meantime, let's take a look inside our cabin there. Looking really good. Looking really good. We can see a Cathay Pacific A321 and an Ethiopian Airlines off to our left there. This side we can see another Cathay Pacific A330. I believe that is looking good. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. All right, great. Oh, we look good. Do I have GSX profile for this installed? I don't think so. Anyway, whatever. Let's uncage this guy here. Let that settle in. There we go. Let's go to plan mode, have a look at our plan, see how it looks like. Let's skip through that, shall we? Okay, our takeoff here. That seems about right. Yes. Seems about right. Yes. Aha. What is this? Tonga. That does not look right, does it? No, it does not. Yeah, that doesn't look right. Okay. Let's come in here. Let's come back to flight plan, have a look. 2 nautical miles, 0 nautical miles, 4 nautical mile, 10 nautical mile, 55. Tonga is 214 nautical miles away from Lekin. That is correct. Yeah, 200 and top of climb is 55. Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. Tonga is there, then Boka. Yeah, that is right. So is all of this. Yep, it's correct. We just need to clear this little thing here. And yeah, wait, hold on a second. There's something wrong with this flight plan. I can't tell what it is. Okay, Leke 1X, and we are in Tonga, Bravo, Jammy, Tonga. Wait, we passed Tonga once. Why is there a second Tonga? Yeah, that is what it is. We got... okay. So we've got 2 Tongas here. That is the problem. We are passing Tonga twice. Tonga, Boka, Elber, Bravo, Jammy, Tonga, Boka. That doesn't seem right. Oh, I think I know why. Not using SimBrief today. I am. This is a SimBrief plan, but I kind of messed up. I kind of messed up with it, and that is why we've got duplicates here. Okay, that is why we've got duplicates. So the only thing I can do here is to get rid of the duplicates till Tulip. Okay, so yeah, check with navmap. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm checking it with navmap, and I've got duplicates here. So Tonga here needs to be cleared. Boka here needs to be cleared. Elber needs to be cleared. Not a big deal, we'll clear this up. Bravo needs to be cleared. Jammy needs to be cleared. And on to Tulip, that is fine now. So we're going to clear that up. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a successful flight plan. Let me bring up little nav map so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Look at that. That is our flight plan for today. Taking off out of Hong Kong here. We are parked right here at Terminal 1, West Arrivals, I believe. I think so, yeah. And we're going to take off from runway 07 right here in Hong Kong. We're going to fly on out using this departure, 271 nautical miles straight into our arrival into Taipei Taoyuan Airport. And we're going to land into runway 05 right. Okay. Do enjoy that. Okay, great. That is what we're doing today. And I think we've got everything in order now. So let's go through the flight plan one more time here before we do. Let's take a look at little the GSX here, and we are boarding. Look at that. The passengers are floating in midair. Look at that. Yep, that's because I don't have the GSX profile for this airport installed. My apologies, but at least we know the boarding is happening, and so is the cargo loading. Oh, cargo loading is already finished. Oh, great. Okay. Brilliant. Let's come back in here. Let's take a look at this route one last time, okay? There we go. Into Tonga by passing through Tonga first. Okay. Down we go. Tulip into the ILS. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, let's go down to our takeoff performance. Ryan Banton has just given me a follow. Thank you very much for the follow, man. What is it with people and I don't understand. Yeah, I don't have Discord. I don't use Discord, man. I'm good, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna sync everything here. So weight 162, I have no idea. Calculate all of that. There we go. Let me have a look at what our actual weight is. Zero fuel weight, live weight. Yeah, it's correct. Okay, that's fine. What's the point of sending it? 50, 55, 60, 53, 50, 55, 60, and 53. All right, let's come to performance here. Flex temperature 53. V1 150. VR 155. And 160 on V2. Transition altitude at 9,000 feet. Flaps is going to be 1. I pray to God it's 1. Flaps 1, 5.1 up THS. Okay, let's do that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put that in. Brilliant. We've got all our information that we need. 5.1 up. And there's our flight plan looking all shiny and good here. Okay, let's get our APU running. We should have done that because our passengers began boarding. We should have done that a long time ago. APU bleed is also on. Let's begin our APU there. Okay, let's press B. Get that barometric pressure at 1011. Is that accurate enough for us today? Let's have a look. Yes, it is. 1011 is accurate. Correctamundos. Good. Good. Let's go to nav here. Let's go to FD on here. FD on this side as well. We're looking good. Our cruising altitude for today is supposed to be, what is it that we've entered here today? 41,000 feet. So we're going really high today, huh? Let's go 41. Come on 41. Come on 41. There we go. 41,000 feet. We've got all of that set up. We're pretty much ready to get the hell out of here, aren't we? Put that on. Altitude reporting is on, but everything else is pretty much off at the moment. That is off at the moment. Brilliant. Are we going to test the oxygen? Oxygen's fine. We don't really need to worry about any of that. Great. Okay, that's fantastic. We're pretty much ready to get the hell out of here. So yeah, let's see what GSX is telling us. Can we push back? No, we've still got some time to go till all the passengers have boarded. It's going to take a while here. Here we are inside the airport, looking at our beautiful aircraft here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we can close up the cargo loading places, can't we? We can close that up. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Cargo door closed. Cargo door closed. There we go. Alrighty. So we're just waiting for our passenger boarding to finish up. And once that finishes up, as a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and request pushback in advance here. Anna says, I can't breathe. Give me some oxygen. Oh, well, we checked oxygen. You have plenty of oxygen here. I hope they release the update where the GSX starts working with the aircraft properly. I hope they take care of the APU heat exhaust not being there. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Look at that. So if the APU is running right now and we can hear it. Unfortunately, there is no exhaust. The heat effect, the heat blur is not there for the APU, and that kind of sucks. Right? For a $60 aircraft, I expect that to be one of the most basic things to be present, and it isn't, and that's kind of annoying. Is this a handcrafted airport? It is it's a third-party airport that I've bought. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, we're just gonna wait here now, pretty much. Gonna wait for all of this stuff to finish up. There's a lot of passengers on today. We have requested pushback, haven't we? Yes, we have. We're just waiting for... What the heck is this? What does this keep showing up here? Okay, good. Let's go for pushback. Yeah, I've requested pushback. I'm just waiting for stuff here to close up here. I don't know why it's taking that long. Maybe we can give it a bit more of a... You know what? Close the door. It's supposed to work. It is supposed to work. Waiting for boarding to finish. Okay, there we go. Jetway toggled. Hopefully now it will come in. I have disabled the setting on GSX, which raises the nose of the aircraft. So I have changed that up, and hopefully that will stop the... yeah, hopefully that will stop. Okay, let's have a look. Is anything going to happen? Is pushback going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, yeah. So GSX still doesn't work well with this aircraft. It really doesn't. It really does not, does it? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and request manual pushback here, alright? Let's do that. Let's remove the GPU. Let's arm all the doors. Good. Let's go ahead and request pushback. Now to do that, we need to release our parking brake. Like so. Let's go ahead and get started. GSX, get lost. I really don't care about you right now. Really don't care about you right now, Mr. GSX. We're just gonna push straight back out. Let's go ahead and get our engine started up. Just like that. Yeah, it messed it up yesterday, so I'm not gonna do it, don't worry. Okay, beacon lights on, please. Get clear of us. Ta-da, there we go. We got all of that on there. That is looking good. That is looking good. Let's go ahead. Ignition. Engine number 2 first. Let's get that going. Come on. N2 coming up. N2 coming up. Waiting on N2. N2 coming up. N2 10%. Click open engine number 1. Let's go take a look at that.
In case of unexpected turbulence, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever seated. If the cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will automatically drop. Pull the mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Breathe normally. Be sure to secure your own mask before assisting others. Your life vest is under or beside your seat. If instructed to use it, slip it.
Okay, still climbing up here.
Inflate by pulling the red tabs or blowing into the mouthpiece. Only inflate your vest when exiting the aircraft. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft, 4 in front of the wing and 4 behind the wing. In the event of an evacuation, follow the illuminated exit signs to the nearest exit.
Stop pushback. Set that parking brake right there. Okay, engine number 3 is available. Engine number 2 is available. Sorry, my bad. Engine number 1 is available. Let's do the same for engine number 3 and 4, okay? Engine number 3 coming to life. There we go. N2 coming up. N2 at 10%. Let's start engine number 4 as well. Let's go here. Drop that flap to takeoff position as well. Let's see if the engine heat blur is present properly or not. Let's check that out before we begin our taxi here. Okay, I can already see the engine heat blur coming into effect very slowly here. Yep. Check that heat blur. Does it exist? Yes, it does. So there is engine heat blur. Pretty much, yep. We can see it. It exists. That's great. At least it's there for the engines. Just the APU is missing that effect. Yeah, okay. Great. Got that on all four sides there. Yes, we do. Look at that. Good. Good. What a beautiful aircraft. It is a very beautiful aircraft, I must say. Very, very nice. Subscription by Morty Toledo. Is that how you say your name, Mr. Toledo? Thank you very much for the sub. Welcome on board. I appreciate it very much, mate. Mr. Toledo. Thank you. Hope you're having a good time. Hope to see you continuously in my streams. Welcome to the channel, Fly the Noob. Alright, anyway. Here we've got all the engines running. I think we're looking good here. Let me come in here and have a quick look. Yes, we are looking good. Auto brake to max, ground spoilers armed, predictive wind shear to automatic. That should be on here. We'll put this on weather, system 1 on. Altitude reporting is already on there, but TCAS is on standby. That is fine. Let's put our taxi lights. Let's release that parking brake right there. Okay, that is good. That is good. Great. Let's shut down that APU. We don't need it anymore. Ignition to normal. And we're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Takeoff configuration tested. And, oh, we haven't done the pitch trim. We've not done the pitch trim. It's 5.1 today. So let's go ahead and set that. We're setting that right now as we speak. 5. Oh, hold on. We need to turn our aircraft this way. Oh, we also need to check the flight controls as well. We'll do that in a bit. Okay, let me just put the pitch trim down to 5.1 there. There's 5. 5 is here, isn't it? Yeah, there's 5. That looks like 5.1 to me. Come on. Don't be yeah, there we go. That's enough. Okay, flight control check. You're going back into parking? No, I'm not. There is a 90-degree turn right here, Mr. Ranas. There's a turn right here. Don't worry, I'm not going back into parking. All right, flight control check. Flight control to the left, to the right. Okay, rudder is definitely looking good either way. Yes, it is. Looking good. Elevators. Pitch trim is already set at 5.1. Takeoff configuration confirmed to be normal. We are ready to taxi, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this beautiful bird as we taxi out of Hong Kong here. Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? Gorgeous. 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 Look at that. Okay, I gotta make sure that we are taxiing on the... Yeah, we are. Look at this. This is just beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Look at that. Ethiopian 777. That is an Ethiopian 777. I believe that is a Dash 200. Yes, it is. Looking good, huh? Feeling good. Alrighty. Let's continue on our taxi here. Yeah, that is a 777 there. 200, I believe. Let us turn this way. And then we'll take a right-hand turn. Yeah, we'll take a right-hand turn. And then it's straight to the runway. Oh, we are taxiing the wrong way, according to FSLTL at least. That doesn't really matter. Let's crack open the throttle there a little bit. Come on, lovely aircraft. Now, I know the A340 is historically underpowered, and I really don't feel any shortcomings while I fly this aircraft. I feel like it's perfectly fine. It is famously underpowered, but still, I feel like it's quite fine in my eyes. I've been having a good time, no issues climbing at all. Even with full passenger loads, I've had no issues climbing. Like today's flight is gonna be with 229 passengers, and we're going all the way till... Okay, we're not really flying that far. I get it. Yeah, I mean, okay, I understand. I haven't really done a very heavy flight yet because our estimated takeoff weight today is around 160 tons, and its maximum takeoff weight is like 276 tons. So yeah, we are kind of under, you know. Comprehensive review today on the A340. Yeah, that's what we did. We took a good look at the textures. We're gonna walk around today, look at the gimmicks and stuff as we fly along here. That's pretty much the idea today, just to you know, have a good look at it, see if it's worth 60 bucks. That is the question. Is it worth 60 bucks? It's a great aircraft, can't deny that. It's also really cool that it comes with the classic instrument options as well as the new instrument option. It's really cool. But is it worth paying 60 bucks for that is a big question. Don't know. So after having flown it for like a couple of flights at this point, just here to give my 2 cents on the matter. That is pretty much it. We're taxiing along briskly here. Very brisk. A little too brisk, but that's okay. Urumai Air. Is that what that says? I've never heard of that in my life. Let's go to the other side there. Beautiful mountains of Hong Kong. All right. We're not having head tracking today. No head tracking on today's flight. Almost at the end of the runway. We're gonna go directly towards the very end. Okay. Brilliant. I'm just gonna start setting up things here. Put on the brake a little bit. I don't want to be going 30 knots. Let's go down to 20 knots here. Okay, we slowed down a little too much there. That's okay. Landing lights on. Strobe lights to on. Nose lights to on there. Passenger signs are already on. Fantastic. Let's put TCAS to TARA. Weather systems already on. Good. That means we're ready to go, aren't we? That means we are ready to go. Okay, so we're not going to hold short today of the runway here. We're just going to head straight in and get the heck out of here. Okay. Let's take a quick look. Beautiful. Take a quick look. Beautiful. Let's take that down here. Let's clean up our stream layout so you guys can have a better look at the takeoff there. There we go. And we got plenty of runway ahead of us. All right. Brilliant, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get ourselves out of Hong Kong. All right, so let's do that. There we go. Beautiful looking runway. 80 knots. 100 knots.
1.
Rotate. Little gentle there. There we go. Get up. There we go. Out of Hong Kong, ladies and gentlemen. Out of Hong Kong. Okay. Let's put our flaps up. Let's put our lever to climb here. Still hand flying this thing. There we go. We are looking good. Beautiful look at Hong Kong. Somewhere ahead of us is Kai Tak. Kai Tak is somewhere here, isn't it? Take a look. Isn't Kai Tak somewhere here? Probably is. That might be Kai Tak right there. Who knows? Not so sure. We put airport there. Maybe if there's Kai Tak nearby, we'll be able to see it. Yeah, I think that's Kai Tak, maybe? Where is Kai Tak? I don't know. Okay, anyway, whatever. Let me focus on the flight here. Climbing very, very nicely. Okay. Speed is way higher than it should be, isn't it? Yeah, because autopilot. So the auto throttle on this doesn't really work as well as it should. Now, if you follow the flight director down to a T, it will. But I feel like the auto throttle should be able to control your speed no matter how you fly the aircraft. You know what I mean? But in this one, unless you're following the flight director down to a T, the auto throttle doesn't really manage speed well at all. So that's something foolish. It's very fun to hand fly, which is why I'm still doing it. But let me give it off to the autopilot here. Really cool. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of Hong Kong. We are out. Beautiful. Cathay Pacific. Ooh, nothing here, huh? Transition altitude is 9K. Well, thank you very much for reminding me. And here we are coming up on 9,000 feet. There we go. Let's put that standard. Since we already passed 9,000 feet, we're coming up on 10,000 anyway. So nose light can come off. Ground spoilers disarmed. Come on, ground spoilers. And landing lights can come off. So can the passenger signs. They can come down to auto here. And there we go. Strobes are on. Beacon is on. Nav is on. In fact, I'll leave nav at 2. Everything else is looking absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Would you look at that? We have a clean cockpit and we are on our way. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, there it is. That is Kai Tak right there. Ladies and gentlemen, there is Kai Tak. That is Kai Tak. We obviously have to land the A340 into Kai Tak. Okay, so that is something that we have to do. Probably as a video or something, but we need to land the A340 into Kai Tak. And I will. But there is the beautiful airport of Kai Tak. Look at that. That is a good shot right there. Man, this aircraft is really beautiful, isn't it? Cathay Pacific. Got a bit of an engine wobble going there. So that's a really nice touch. This aircraft does have some sort of engine wobble in it, which is pretty cool. The default views on the outside are absolute garbage. Sorry to put it that bluntly, but it is. So if you take a look, look at this. What on earth is this? This should have been zoomed out quite a bit. So should have this. So should this be zoomed out? But this is the best external view that you have. So the external views are very, very bad. This is the only half decent one, but terrible external views. That's something to remember. But we've got our own views. Look at that. Okay, let me put back the nav bar there so people have an idea of what's going on. Are the windows shaded? I think they're shaded, right? Yeah, the windows are shaded. I quite like the aircraft A340. I think I should get my hands on the tallest. I can't wait for the tallest one to come to MSFS. Oh my god, that is something I'm going to be purchasing immediately. The A340-600. I think I also want to get it in X-Plane 12 too. Back to full screen mode, please. Full screen mode. Well, not yet. Not yet. Still got a long way to go towards the cruising altitude there. So let's go towards the cruise first. Once we reach our cruising altitude, then I'll go back. But yeah, being the A340, we don't climb extremely quickly. Well, at least that's what they say. And since we are well below the aircraft's maximum weight here, I think our climb performance isn't that bad. But generally it's supposed to be pretty bad. Apparently. That is some good stuff. I need to get flyby camera for MSFS. So once again, the external view on this aircraft isn't right. It's not centered properly either. INIBUILDS got some work to do over there. This is why I like using head tracking, so I can position it correctly, but unfortunately today I'm not using my head tracking. Oof, that is a gorgeous plane. Still climbing here towards our cruising altitude. Not a very stable climb at the moment. We running into a bit of turbulence there. Yeah, a little bit of turbulence there for sure. We are bobbing up and down quite a bit, but there we go. Yeah, we definitely are bobbing up and down a little bit. But 41,000 feet is a very high cruising altitude. I don't think have I gone to 41,000 before on a flight? Yeah, I'm sure I have on my ultra long hauls perhaps, but that is a rare occasion for me. Ooh, look at all this waviness. Look at all the bumpiness. Got a bumpy ride. Let's check that out from the cabin. What does it look like? If I had head tracking on, would have been much better to see that. But look at that. Got some wing flex there, indicative of the bumpy ride. Yep. To shake up an aircraft this large, that is some turbulence there. We'll take a look at the winds in the cockpit in just a second. Just 13 knots today. But turbulent, yeah. It's quite turbulent. The wind speed is very variable at the moment. Not by too many knots though, but still. Enough to shake up the aircraft. Seems like we got some way to go to climb. Let's increase the range on that just so we get a better view of what's going on. There we go. Let's increase the range on that all the way. Right, and that is the beginning of our arrival procedure we're looking at. But yeah, top of descent should be somewhere there. Where is our topper climb? Come on, Mr. Topper climb. Ooh, very bumpy. By the way, guys, I have recorded the tutorial as promised. I have recorded the tutorial for the A340, and that is now going to be made available in literally 21 minutes. It should release. Yep, in 21 minutes the A340 tutorial will be available. So do go check that out if you are new to Airbus or to the A340 or to flight sim in general. That will get you up and going with this aircraft. It's a very simple to follow startup tutorial for the A340 that has already been included there. So yeah, as promised, within 28 hours I have made that video and it will be released in 20 minutes exactly. Okay. This is fascinating me. Just watching our aircraft just bobbing up and down. There's a lot going on today, huh? Yeah. Okay, we are passing. Where are we? Let's take a look at where we are. We're passing 32,000 feet. We're about to get on to 33,000 feet. We're not gonna stay in we're not gonna stay in cruise for too long, are we, today? Let's see, how long is this flight supposed to be? Let's have a look. You guys can see it in the nav bar, right? The distance to go is 372 nautical miles. Obviously, we're flying from Hong Kong here to Taipei. We're going to skip through the cruise part, and with good reason. The reason for that is I'm going to check out if the sim rate works properly with this aircraft. I need to check that out, so we'll check that out once we reach top of climb. So yeah, Taoyuan. Taipei Songshan Airport, Taiwan Taoyuan Airport. So that's where we're going. Not the Songshan. Is it called Songshan? Yeah, we're not going to Songshan, we're going to Taoyuan. 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 Is that how you say it? I don't know. But anyway. A lot of people in Hong Kong at the moment flying on the various networks. There's quite a number of people on Hong Kong. Hong Kong to Zurich? Good lord, that's a long way. The A350. Doha to somewhere, I don't even know. Hong Kong to Taipei. Okay. Interesting stuff. Okay, we're still at 36,000 feet. So as soon as we reach 41, I'll go full screen, Mr. Runners. I'll go full screen and I'll give ourselves a good look at what sim rate looks like when being used with the A340. Okay, let's actually use this opportunity to take a look around this beautiful cabin during the day. Okay, look at this. This is probably one of the best cabins I have. It's not a lot of gimmicks that you can do around the cabin. You can open the door and flush the toilet, I guess. Does the flush work? I'm not so sure. But beyond that, there isn't much else you can do in the cabin. You can open it up. Okay. Doesn't really do anything. Yep. Does not do anything. So yeah. I don't think you can open the doors from the inside either. So yeah. But it is a good looking cabin. The details are absolutely beautiful. It is very, very cool, and I love the way how the cabin sounds once you're in the air. It sounds really good. I don't know, Mr. Runners, can you actually hear the engines during startup? How well can you hear the engines? Oh, there is one thing you can do on this aircraft. That is, you can put the curtains that separate different areas. The in-flight entertainment system does not work. And as you can see, the default liveries that are included in the INI manager for the A340, they don't have the appropriate cabin according to the airline. They don't do that, which is not nice. I'm pretty sure though I can find some liveries with the cabin on flightsim.to, so I'll take a look at that. But yeah, the in-flight entertainment system doesn't do anything. Nothing else is really that interactable. But yeah, interactive, I should say. Anyway, not too bad. Not too bad at the moment. So you can move the curtains. That's basically one thing you can do. So you can separate out the classes like this. So you got your econ here. You've got your econ there. You've got your premium econ here, I believe. And then up here, if I can get through it, we've got our business class people here, right? So yeah, we can do that. You got your business class here, and there's 2 sets of curtains, which is very important. So you know, look at that. The curtains don't look so bad. We're nearing 40,000, and then you got your business class, and then you got your cabin straight up into the cockpit. I believe you go straight up into the cockpit, don't you? Yeah, you do. I love the way how the cabin sounds, so it's pretty well done. Anas, can you hear the engines on the ground when I'm starting up? Are you able to hear the engines start up? That is a question I have for you. Can you actually hear it well? And then you've got your cockpit door here, and that takes you into the cockpit. If you're there, do let me know. Yeah, there's only one cockpit door, obviously. But yeah, do let me know if you can hear the engines. Not really, yeah. So that is one of the issues that I have with this aircraft. During engine startup, you can't really hear much in terms of the engine starting up, right? That's not exactly very audible for us. Maybe that's how it is in real life. I'm not sure. Maybe that is how it's in real life, where you can't really hear the engines when they start up, but you can't really hear that. So maybe that's something. In the air, though, it's perfectly fine. So right now, if we go to, look at that, we can hear them. We can hear the wind. It's all perfect. Even on this side, it's just fine. It's just when we're starting up on the ground that we have a little bit of an issue. Okay, we're coming up on 40,000, so let's go ahead and there we go. Cruising altitude has been reached, ladies and gentlemen. We're at 41,000 feet. Little bumpy ride here today. We do have the seat belts and the stuff on automatic. Hopefully that does something. But it's a very bumpy ride. Very, very bumpy ride. Can leave the cabin lighting pretty much here today. Okay, let me go ahead and lock that EFP there. I love these screens. The CRT screens here, the monitors, they're absolutely, in my opinion, they're gorgeous. I love them. I love them. Anyway. We passing through the cabin. Okay, let's go ahead and check out how sim rate works with this aircraft, and we will zoom ourselves towards top of descent pretty quickly here. All right. Oh, this is a solid wall here. Can we pass through? Yes. All right. Good. Like, are you sure? Am I sure about what? Is that CRT? Yeah, this is CRT. This is CRT monitor. Obviously not the FM GC, but these are CRT monitors. You see the curve on them? Do you see how they are curved like the old-fashioned monitors that you're used to? I don't know if you've used those before, but I have. And there you go. These are CRT monitors. Oh, this is the EIS-1 system. This is the older A340 from the 90s, I believe. But there is a newer system that is EIS-2, which is also included in the INIBUILDS package, which we haven't taken a look at yet. So I've only flown this because this is so cool. We're so used to the new screens all the time, but the old screens are so cool. And so I thought, you know what? I'll stick with it anyway. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it? It is so lovely. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go ahead and try the sim rate. We'll use the tablet today, why not? Let's go, you know what? Let's go max. Time compression into 4. Okay, we are traveling along here. We're traveling along here. Look at that. That does work, huh? Seems to be working fairly well. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Does sim rate correspond to it? Yes, it does. Look at that. Good. So we can use the tablet there. The sim rate here. It's working. It's working well. So you can obviously use the tablet to do the sim rate. You can disable that as well. That'll take you to 1 into speed, 2 into speed. There we go. 4 into speed. There we go. So yeah, that works. That works well. Let's leave it on for some time. See if it actually works. Oh, come on. Lock the EFP. Let's see if that actually works here. Sim rate into 4, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that seems to be working just fine, and we are coming up on our top of descent very quickly here. Well, not that quickly, don't worry. When we have about 10 to 20 nautical miles from top of descent, we'll put it back on into 1. That looks wild, doesn't it? So it's a bumpy ride today. Sim rate into 4 lets us see just how bumpy it is today. But yeah, fairly bumpy ride, slightly bumpy ride, I would say. Not too bad. By the way, Anas, the bug that prevented you from jumping into internal views when you're on the outside, that's gone. So I can now, even if I'm outside, I can just press my custom view and it will take me to whichever custom view on the interior that I've selected, and no issues. Earlier I had to first jump back in and then change into a custom view, but now I don't need to do that. I can directly change. So no more bug there, which is pretty cool. Makes it more like X-Plane. X-Plane still has better camera system. But X-Plane still has a better camera system. Obviously, you can't jump into the interior camera from an external preset view. So for example, if I'm like this and I press Alt-1, nothing is going to happen. I have to jump out of this view first and then press Alt-1. But before, if I had to, let's say, come to this view. Let's say I had to come to this view. Let's go into the cockpit first. So if I had to go into that view from here, if I press right now Alt, I have it set as my 7th custom view, Alt 7. So if I press Alt 7 right now, it's not going to do anything. I first have to jump out of this view. Now if I press Alt 7, it's going to take me directly into it. You see that? And then look at that. And then I can jump into the cockpit, no issues. When did they fix that? I have no idea. One day it started working and there you go. I don't know if it has been fixed in 2020. I have not tried it in 2020. But in 2024, that's how it works. All good. Okay, so we're continuing on with our accelerated cruise here. We'll be there in no time. We'll be there in no time in Taipei. Look at that. It's coming up. It's coming up really soon. Let me reduce the range there. Yep, there's our top of descent. It's right outside 30 nautical miles. So it 30? No, that's not right. It's right outside. Oh, sorry. It's right outside 80 nautical miles, our top of descent. So with 4 into time, that's more like 20 nautical miles will be there. So not an issue at all. There comes Tonga and our top of descent is creeping up. Look at that. All of a sudden, we've got very calm, non-turbulent air here. Beautiful. And then back to turbulence. Fun ride, eh? Okay. So here we are. Our top of descent is coming up right there. When it reaches 20, we'll start setting up stuff inside the cockpit and prepare for our top of descent. So that's one thing that I do not like about the Phoenix. The Phoenix does not allow me to fast forward time. Sim rate selection does not work with the Phoenix for me, and I would like to know if it's just me or if you guys have the same issue. Please do let me know if anyone's kind enough to do that, because for me Phoenix does not allow me to manipulate the sim rate. Oh god. Okay, that's enough of this. Let me go to into 1 there. Let's reduce the range on that. Okay, top of descent coming up in 10 nautical miles. Into 1, please. Thank you very much. Okay, there we go. What? Oh, we need to disable it from the tablet. Good lord. Disable. Disable. Okay, so that's something to remember. You have to disable it from the tablet. Okay, top of descent is not very far now. If I look at my sim rate, it is into 1, which is fantastic. And let me close that up. Okay, we need to set our destination data here. First things first, let me go ahead, put this to 2,000 feet, which I suspect is what it's going to be. We'll have a look though, don't worry. We'll put auto brakes on low. We will begin our descent before we go to check our destination data today, okay? So let it say top of descent reached, and then we will press in and begin our descent. Is it going to tell me that top of descent has been reached? Nope. I'm just going to descend myself. There we go. Descending. All right. Check destination data. Performance. Okay. QNH. What is our QNH into Taiwan, Taoyuan? It is 29.88. Let's see if that can be recognized here. 29.88. That is correct. Okay. Then our temperature is 24 degrees. 33 knot wind from 30 degrees right here. Brilliant. Got VFR conditions, transition altitude at 13,000 feet. That is fine. Speed limit exceeded. We're going to ignore that. 200 as our radio right there. That is on full. For landing configuration, we have 23 and 28. Okay, so approach speed is 128. Good. Nav radio, we'll check that out in just a second. But first, let's take a look at our descent here. We seem to be doing fine. Okay, time to check out our nav radio frequency here. Let me bring up little nav map, my shortcut to checking whether we're on the right frequency here. All right, Taoyuan into runway 05. We have 110. The identifier is ICKS 110.70. Course 54 magnetic. That is all correct and it all checks out. Perfect for us. Here we go. We are into our arrival procedure here into Taiwan. Okay, good. I'm gonna put that away. And that is all good, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready. We are ready. See, like I said, the auto throttle doesn't really work properly. It kind of works, but it isn't the best. Is that how it is in real life? I don't know. Is that how the actual A340 works? I don't know. But the auto throttle is not the best. It's quite poor at maintaining speed. Here we are, and that should be the coastline of Taiwan that we're seeing right there. It's definitely the coast of Taiwan that we're seeing. Look at how good that looks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, another aircraft has just passed by. You can see the contrails. Oh, it's getting thinner. Does that mean the guy is ahead of us? I don't know. We are descending after all. Is there an aircraft right next to us? Let's see. Yeah, where is that aircraft? Yeah, it's ahead of us, isn't it? No, it's behind us. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, there he is. There he is. I see him. He is here. He is here. He really is, but it's kind of zoomed off to the distance, eh? Okay, whatever. I don't need to be chasing that aircraft, but we are descending, ladies and gentlemen, into Taoyuan. There's the coastline of Taiwan there. We look good. We look pretty good. Okay. Hope you're having a good time, Mr. Runners. I don't know if there's anybody in this chat. Let me take a quick look. No, there's nobody. There's nobody. Looking good. Let me just go into the cockpit since we are descending from 41,000 feet down to, we're passing through 30. Let's have a look at how it's going. Yeah, you see, about to pass out. Oh, you're about to pass out. It's quite late anyway for you, Rare. Is that right? All right, Mr. Runners, if you're about to pass out, I'd like to say goodbye to you in advance and good night and have a good day, mate. Have a very good day. All right. I shall continue my descent here. I shall continue. We are supposed to tune into the correct VORs along the path and all of that stuff. We don't really do that. I should start doing that. I should tune into the correct VORs along the route. Oh, and I still have to do a couple of VOR only flights. They're really fun. Radio navigation is so fun. Alright, Mr. Runners, try and stay with us if you can so that you can join us for landing, mate. But, I understand if you can't. I'm going into Taiwan at the moment. Pam. Oh, bumpy ride. The passengers are not going to be too happy. Luckily, I don't care. Okay. Descending down through 25,000 feet. Okay. Plenty of aircraft streaks across the sky there. 3 of them. But yeah, we're descending down there. How far along do we have to go to our destination? Just 83 nautical miles. We're going to be there in no time. We're going to be there in no time, ladies and gentlemen. It's estimating arrival at 10 minutes. That is based on current speed. I would say it takes about 20 minutes. Let me go check out something. Let me make sure that the video has actually released. Yeah, I don't know if the video has released. Has it released? Oh, it hasn't. Okay, I'm just gonna make the video public. Okay, we're publishing the video right now. There we go. The tutorial on the A340 is now live, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6 minutes late. It's 7 minutes late, but it's live. Okay, so the tutorial on how to get the INIBUILDS A340 started up is now live. Hope you guys found it useful. Hope you guys find it useful. Obviously, none of you have actually checked it out, but do check it out. And if you found it useful, do let me know. But that tutorial is now out. It is now out, ladies and gentlemen. It is out. Okay, I'll release the video. All right, brilliant. I don't like the thumbnail very much for that video. I'm being very honest. I'm not a big fan of that thumbnail for that video. Might change it, but it's a good video. It's good enough. It will help you up and out. Oh, look at how beautiful those clouds look. They look too popcorny. They don't look very real, but they do look beautiful. Right? X-Plane has better clouds. More realistic clouds. Microsoft Flight Simulator has good looking clouds, but they kind of look weird. It's overly blobby and okay. Beautiful detail on that engine, huh? Look at the level of detail on that pylon right there. Okay, here we are. What are we looking like? 16,000 feet already. Good lord, we've made good progress descending down from 40,000 feet, and we are zooming past here at 310 knots. So that is very quick here. True airspeed at 400 knots, ground speed at 380 something. And we've got indicated at about about 310, yeah. We are very close to that. See, this is what I mean. The auto throttle doesn't really do a good job here. Why are we so close to the overspeed limit here? Why aren't the engines fully idle? That's not fully idle, is it? I don't know. Don't think so. Let's see. It says idle. Okay, let's reduce the range on this one. There we go. Into Taoyuan. Okay. 13,700 feet. Our transition altitude is at 13,000 feet, so we're about to set that. Come on. 13,000 feet there. There we go. Start blinking, mate. There we go. What is the local pressure at the moment? In Taiwan, 29.88. That is correct. 1012 is correct. Oh, it's 1011. 29.88. 87, it's alright. It's alright. Okay, brilliant. Almost coming up on 10,000 feet here. By the way, I did check out Sky Dolly. We did have Sky Dolly in the last live stream, and it does work with this, doesn't it? It does work with this beautiful aircraft. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I need to go get some juice because I'm feeling a little parched. Live streaming always makes me hungry and thirsty for some reason. Although my live streams are fairly short. Landing lights, yeah, we're passing 10,000 feet, right? There we go, almost. See, the aircraft is now trying to slow down all the way till 250 before it passes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on the landing lights in advance. Get our passenger signs on here. You know what I mean? And yeah, there we go. We're pretty much ready to rock this out. As soon as our speed drops, our aircraft should begin descending here. Look at that. We're not high up here at all. We've reached 10,000 feet fairly quickly. I estimate 14 minutes or so to arrival. Now, look, when I say 14 minutes, it might be wildly inaccurate, but I estimate around 14 minutes to arrival. Okay? Roughly 14 minutes to arrival is what I estimate. Let's see how accurate I am. Yeah, I do like to help it with spoilers, but towards the end phases, I like to use the spoilers. Not right now. I like to use the spoilers towards the end phase. You know what I mean? I don't know. Something is weird with the speed and stuff on this aircraft. Something is weird. Although understandably we do have a 13 knot headwind, but something is a little weird with the auto throttle and stuff like that in this aircraft. Maybe that's how it is in real life. If there's someone who knows what the A340 is like in real life. I've never even flown in one. So yeah, CFM. I'd love to fly in one. Looks like a gorgeous aircraft to fly in. Don't ya think? Alrighty. Ooh, a little bit of a... That's because I saved a view. My bad, guys. I was saving a view there. Okay, would you look at that? We've got a wind farm underneath us, which looks pretty cool, if you ask me. Out in the water, we've got a wind farm there. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Why is there very little vibration on this side and quite a bit of vibration on this side? It's probably the way how the view is set up, isn't it? I mean, a bit of turbulence is what I meant. Let's see, what do we see ahead of us? Oh, this is not too far away from the airport at all. Still struggling to maintain 250 under 10,000 feet here. We should probably give it a bit of speed brake now, so I'm gonna give it speed brake. Can you show little, what? Little nav map? Well, there isn't much to show in little nav map now, but here we are. Here we are. We are literally about to pass the last waypoint at our arrival procedure, and we're about to slip into the ILS. We're about to slip into the ILS, and there we go for landing. Okay, so it isn't that long at all. I'd estimate 11 minutes maybe, perhaps even less. But yeah, that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming into Taoyuan. Once we come in and we land, we need to take left to exit the runway. And we're gonna have to find ourselves to one of these jetways here, which is pretty cool. Okay. Cool. Cool. Here we go. Alright, so that's a little nav map. I'm gonna put that away. We don't need that for the rest of the journey here. We are slowing down. You see what I mean? Look at this. Now, because the speed brake is out, the auto throttle literally can't comprehend the fact that you need to speed up. The auto throttle is so slow to respond. I don't understand. Nonetheless, we've got everything under control here. Speed limit exceeded. Shut up, Meg. There we go. There we go. What else? 250, 4,200, 180, 34, and 2,500 is our final descent altitude, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be 2,500. Yeah, it's supposed to be 2,500. So let me put in 2,500. So let's put that 2,500. Good. Good, we're looking good. Let's reduce the range on that. There is our runway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's reduce the range on that. And I believe approach mode has been activated. Let's go down, put our flaps down to position number 1, or rather the slats, I guess. Let's do that. We are slowing down. We've got 5 nautical miles to do that. I think we'll be fine. I'm not going to give it a bit of speed brake here. Alright, we are flying over land, man. We're flying over land. Look at that. We've come down from 41,000 fairly quickly here. I must say I'm impressed. I like this aircraft. It's really fun to fly. It's a real beauty. I like this aircraft. It reminds me of the 777. Except much less powerful. So it's a much less powerful 777 is what I feel like it is. At least in the simulator. The A330 is also a very nice aircraft. I really like that too. I like the Neo. So I think I should get the tallest one. Anyway, whatever. I ramble. Okay, let me just give it a bit of speed brake here. Come on. Slow down, you bugger. Slow down, you bugger. Come on, slow us down. Slow us down. Slow us down. There we go. That's good enough. Let's put our flaps down. Let's have a look at that. Flaps are going down, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Beautiful. We're about to make that turn. So I'm going to go ahead and run Sky Dolly. Sky Dolly is running. Flaps down. To position number... No. If I put the flaps down now, it's going to start making noise, isn't it? Okay, fine. Let's put approach mode on here. Okay. Localizer glide slope caught successfully, so let's go ahead and drop that gear. Brilliant. Let's go ahead and drop that flap momentarily. This is looking good. Ooh, it's a bit bumpy. Ooh, whoa. I think this landing is going to be a interesting one. Okay, let me quickly go down here and put our flaps down to landing position. I hope that doesn't overspeed it. I didn't check the speed. I didn't do a speed check. But here we go. Flaps ready. 2,500 feet, ladies and gentlemen. Preparing for our landing into Taiwan here. I hope you guys are strapped in. This is going to be a good one. That is beautiful scenery as we fly over Taiwan, isn't it? Taiwan's looking real good. Very realistic. Man, that's gorgeous. Okay, up ahead of us we can see Taoyuan Airport, for which I do have a scenery installed. 2,500. Ground spoilers armed, please. Everything else is in order. Let me put the taxi lights on there for no reason. And I think we're ready for landing. Okay. There we go. Thank you very much, Mr. Anas. Thank you very much. I'm going to take manual control now, right from here, so I can practice flying this thing. Okay, my aircraft. Ooh, I forgot this landing. Landing, thank you. Okay, it is a beautiful aircraft to hand fly, I must say. It's quite nice. Auto brake is already set, Mr. Anas. We have auto brakes on low. It's already set. Ooh, a bit of steep descent there. There we go, that's more like it. Yep, there we go, that's good. Okay, trying to keep it in the 600, 700 range there. More or less. Until I have a very clear visual and I can just fly in manually. What is that sound? I don't know what that noise is. Okay. Cabin ready. Okay, we do have a little bit of, we have a choppy condition today. There's a bit of gusting.
500.
The wind is quite variable. Yeah, I'm having a rough time holding this thing. I'm having a very rough time holding this thing. Oh, good lord. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, sorry about that. Unnecessary rudder input there. Come on, come on, come on, flatten out. Okay. Oh, that's not good.
100.
Okay.
80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20 on. 10.
Okay. All right. Is that a bunch of cows on the side of the runway there? Gonna turn off the auto brake and the reverse thrust there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Taipei there. That was a hairy landing. That was not at all as smooth as I hoped it would be. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't terrible. We'll take a look at the landing replay in just a second. I gotta say, this aircraft is exciting. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tower, somebody is misbehaving there. Okay. We need to find ourselves in a nice little parking. Okay, so let's go do that right now. Okay, let's clean up those flaps. Let's see how much of that is actually possible here. And let's put the brake down there. Got taxi lights on already. I'm not going to mess with the lights because they might malfunction. Whatever. You know what? I'm just going to do the right thing here. There we go. Let's put that off there. Weather radar needs to go. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you going off to the side, mate? Okay, calm down. Weather radar there needs to go off. Okay, I've turned all of that off, right? Oh, come on. What am I doing? Okay. So I'm going to park myself in here. Hopefully it fits. Is that what she said? That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay, whatever. Let's see if we actually fit in here. But we should. Okay. So there we go. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant. Brilliant. Give it a bit more brake. Come on. There we go. Since we don't have Marshall here at the gate, let's go ahead and... oh god, I can't see. Oh, good lord. Okay, I'm just gonna put it down here. Oh, right at the line for A340. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, good. It's great. Very, very good. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the landing replay for today. Okay, we've got landing replay available to us. Yes, we do. There we go. I'll play that, pause that. Let's go all the way back. Let's give the flaps some time to go down here. Okay, as you guys can see, Tao Yuan is looking really, really good. And I believe that's construction for another terminal there, right? Yeah, that's construction going on for another terminal. How cool is that? How cool is that? But we've got plenty of other stuff there that we'll check it out in a second. It's not the best looking airport in the world, but it's pretty cool. We'll take a look at it. Okay, flaps are down, I believe. Yeah, they're pretty much down. Okay, let's go. Okay, I don't know what that beeping is. Okay, I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first landing replay. Okay, that was not too terrible. Especially considering the fact that the wind was crazy today. There was a lot of turbulence. A lot of turbulence. It was almost a very unstable approach, so I'm not complaining. That was pretty decent. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time from here. That's a little... yeah, let's look at that from here. There we go. Let's take a look at that. Okay, we'll take a look at it from here. Okay, coming into land, let's see how we did. Everything's looking just fine. Oh, we're off to the side there, aren't we? Yeah, we initially touched down way off to the side. But kind of well done, actually. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent. Alright, let's go ahead and check out some more interior views of that, shall we? Let's do that. Ignore all the warnings and stuff in there. Okay. Landing gear malfunction. Yeah, this thing can't take replays, by the way. In case you didn't figure that out. I hate that about some of these damage modeled aircraft, and I can't turn them off. Whatever. Let's go ahead and take a look at... well, that's too far. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This is one of my favorite landing replays now. The engine view for the A340 is absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Alrighty. Pretty decent. One more replay, and then we shall go back to where we left this thing off. Okay, let's have one more replay from the other side, and then we'll go back to the gate and shut down our aircraft. We'll take a quick look at the airport in question. That is the Taoyuan in Taipei, or near Taipei, Taiwan. All right, let's take a look at that last replay. Okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. Very nice looking scenery. Alrighty. Let us now fast forward all the way till the end of our parking there. There we go. And our flaps are going up. Why aren't our flaps going up? Oh, there we go. They're going up now. Okay. Obviously, the brakes hot thing happens from the landing replay. So I'm going to go ahead and go to maintenance, reset the brake temperatures there. Let's make sure all our lights are off. Strobe lights can come to completely off. That can come off. That can come off. That can come off. Let's get our APU running here. APU bleed on. APU on. Thank you very much. Let's also get our GPU attached so we can just shut down our engine quickly here. Okay. So I'm just going to attach the GPU. I'm going to go overhead. And yeah, so we can switch that off. Well, technically we're supposed to have everything set before we do that. But anyway. Okay, speed brakes are down. Everything else is looking good. That should be off. That should be off. Should be off. Okay. Then are these off? Off, 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 off. That's all good. Great. Let's go ahead and shut down our engines. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna turn the fuel pumps off here. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm gonna take crew oxygen supply off. Emergency lights disarmed. Beacon lights off. Wing lights off. Only thing really on, nav lights to position number 1. And look at that, we are, yeah, we can even switch to ground power now. There we go. There we go. All of that off, please. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Let us toggle the jetway. Okay. Let's get that door open there. Let's get forward cargo, aft cargo, toggle luggage. There we go. Brilliant. Brilliant. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys really enjoyed that flight there. I toggled the luggage. I don't know if that's actually gonna pop up or not. I have no idea. But let me take a look at that. No, I don't think luggage is gonna. Is it gonna come in? I don't think it is. Doesn't matter. I'm not complaining. Nonetheless, hope you guys had a good time. If I want, I can go to GSX and say to request deboarding. Fine. There we go. Yep, there we go. Hope you guys had a really good time on today's flight. I sure did. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Taoyuan Airport. There is a new concourse there being built. There's a new building there. I don't know how. I think it must be built by now, I guess. But this is the airport here. It's not too bad, but doesn't have much going on. Right? Doesn't have much going on. But it seems pretty accurate. Yeah, it does seem pretty accurate. Yeah. Okay. It's not too terrible. Let's see if the interiors are modeled though. I don't know if the interiors are modeled. Let's have a look. Okay, so there is some kind of interior modeling, so that's fantastic. But most of them do not have anything. Yeah, most of them don't actually have much going on, but some kind of modeling is there. Okay, this is all very nice. Let's try come into this area here. Okay, there's something going on here, but there isn't much. It's just a little bit. Yeah, it's just a little bit of stuff going on here. Okay, it's not too bad in terms of scenery. Got a flag there, which is quite nice, I guess. But yeah, I'm not entirely impressed by the scenery. It looks rather plain, lacking a lot of details on these buildings, kind of. Looks very 2D if you ask me. But yeah, Taoyuan Airport, ladies and gentlemen, in Taipei. Not too terrible at all, by any means. The paid scenery here. I forget who makes it. I forget who makes the scenery. But anyway. Alright. So, we've got our A340 all packed in there. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's flight. If you did, please leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel. And thank you very much, Toledo, for that subscription. Thank you everybody who followed on Kick there. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch as well. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you very much, Anas, for hanging out with me. And I shall see you guys in the next stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the A340 so far. Is it worth $60? I'm still on the fence. I can't say it is. I want to say it's not worth $60. I feel like you can get so many good aircrafts and so many combinations of purchases for $60. If this aircraft was between 40 and 50, I would have a much easier time saying it's definitely worth the purchase. But I'm not so sure for $60. But at the same time, it is a really, really fun aircraft to fly. Okay, it is really fun. I cannot deny that. Anyway, I will leave it here, guys. I will leave it here. And I really hope to catch you guys in the next stream. My tutorial on the A340, getting started up on the A340, is already out on the channel. So please go ahead and check that out. That being said, hope to catch you guys in the next one. Till then, have a good day. Take care of yourselves and see you soon. Bye-bye.